we have been hunting and gathering and fishing our food for much longer than the way we interact with the animals today. My name is Aurore Val. I'm a zooarchaeologist. I work at ICArEHB at the Universitate do Algarve in Faro, in Portugal. And I recently got a permanent position to go work in France at the CNRS. So I will be leaving ICArEHB soon, but I will remain an affiliate researcher. Animals in prehistoric societies, you have to see them as a package of resources, firstly for the meat, for nutritional values, but for everything else as well. So animals come with skin that you can use, or feathers in the case of birds, or shells in the case of tortoises. And you can also use the bones, you can use the marrow inside the bone, you can use the bones to make tools, you can use the bone as a fuel, for instance, for fire. And I think in the case of my research, we have been as a species interacting with animals for millions of years, and these interactions between animals and us, I think have really shaped the way we have evolved as a species. What I'm trying to understand is how humans have interacted with their surroundings. So in particular in Africa, before Homo sapiens left the African continent and sort of expanded into Eurasia, you can see early signs that document how modern humans have interacted with the world around them, and how early on there has been this need to understand the world around them, to also exploit it and eventually to modify it. And I think it is this impact on the world around us that makes us humans, for better or for worse. One of the most exciting scientific findings I've made relates to these interactions between animals and humans. What I find interesting is perhaps when we leave the purely sort of daily daily life of hunter-gatherers related to food, is that we can touch on, let's call it symbolic behaviors or codified behaviors amongst these early groups of people. And so the finding was understanding that at one of the sites in South Africa on the west coast, people were interested in the furs of carnivores, in particular leopards, caracals, and wildcats. And so what I've recognized is that if you look carefully at the bones of these felids, of these carnivores, there were specific butchery marks that are related to skinning. So they document the fact that people were removing the skin of those carnivores, and the way the cut marks are placed on the bones seem to indicate that people were carefully removing those skins, which means they were interested in keeping those furs. If you think of those animals, leopards, wildcats, caracals, they are beautiful animals, so we can, I think, agree on the aesthetic value of those furs. They are also difficult to capture animals, and they are dangerous. So I think in that case, we are sort of leaving the purely survival needs of these hunter-gatherers. And I think we will never know why they were interested in hunting those animals, but there's something that goes a little bit beyond we need to find food to survive. There's something that relates to these symbolic or codified behaviors.